You suck.
But yeah, and he's fallen over. Poor Honky. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another WWE figure, and it's none other than the Honky Tonk Man. Yes, continuing on with my classic 80s wrestler streak, we have the greatest Intercontinental Belt Championship of all time himself, the Honky Tonk Man. Now, this guy was on my list of figures to get, but he was actually pretty far down the list. However, I happened to be at my local Walmart last week, and I had stopped there after dinner to pick something else up, and I just kind of strolled by and found this on the shelf. It was kind of a surprise to me. I didn't expect to see this, and there was only one, so, well, I had to pick him up. Now, this is just a basic figure, so not much going on, but I do like the detail on it and the sculpt. Very, very cool. And, of course, what Honky Tonk Man needs to be in a collection if it doesn't have the Intercontinental Championship belt, which I happen to have right there. Now, this figure obviously does not come with this belt. I got this belt separately, and very, very cool, a very decent price. So I couldn't have the Honky Tonk Man without the belt, so I went ahead and picked that up off of eBay. And yeah, definitely pretty cool. Looking at the package, this is the basic box. Obviously, we get the WWE logo up here. Picture of the good old Honky Tonk Man right there. There he is down in the corner. It's got the WWE logo, kind of in the old WWF style, which is pretty cool. So just kind of a close-up really quick. Yeah, so definitely cool. Definitely digging it. Says the Honky Tonk Man right there, and yeah, it's got that little logo in the corner that kind of is very reminiscent of the old school wrestling logo, and it's behind him as well. Back of the package here has a bunch of other figures that you can get in this wave. We get figures from Raw, SmackDown, Next, Divas, and the old WWF. So yeah, definitely pretty cool. Let's see, we get John Cena, Triple H. Wouldn't mind having a Triple H, actually. Bray Wyatt. We get R-Truth, and then Sheamus right there. And then next we have first in the line, Sasha Banks. We get Eva Marie, the Honky Tonk Man, which of course this is, and the Iron Sheik. And I probably would have picked up the Iron Sheik if he was there, but alas, he was not. So that's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and get the Honky Tonk Man out of the package and see what we think. So here we have the Honky Tonk Man out of the package, and I like this figure. It looks pretty cool. Articulation's not the greatest on this figure because, well, it's just a basic, but the sculpt is really well done. In fact, I think they did old Honky a kind of a kindness in the fact that he looks a lot more built than I ever remember in wrestling. Even back in the 80s, he was always kind of a stocky dude. I mean, he wasn't like unfit or anything, just kind of chunky now, but you know, he was always kind of a real stocky guy, and he's definitely super cut here. Now, as far as articulation goes, again, it is a basic figure. His head is on a ball joint, so he does have quite a bit range of motion, which is nice. He has a twist here, no ab crunch or anything. His arms are on a socket that also twist up here. They twist at the upper arm itself. Has a single jointed elbow. If I can get this on camera here. Woo. And then he has got, come on buddy, he's got twists on his hands. The hands are on a swivel. He has a single hip that goes that far forward, that far up, and then he's got a single jointed knee, and his feet are on a single joint, no twists. There, he does have a twist at the top of the boot, which is nice. So while it's not the most articulated of figures, it's not too terribly bad for a $10 figure. I'm happy with that. Alright, so taking a closer look at the Honky Tonk Man, I love this head sculpt. I love the mutton chops. the little poof he's got going on his head there. I think the sculpt really, really looks like the wrestler. I mean, you know, he's an Elvis impersonator, and that's awesome. The muscle detail is really, really well done, especially for a basic figure. In fact, like I said, it gives him a little too much credit because I don't remember the Honky Tonk Man being quite this cut. He was always a little more stockier in his wrestling days, and he's definitely a good old chunk nowadays, but that's okay. He was always fun to watch, and definitely a really good likeness of him. So looking at the bottom of the figure, I love the guitars painted on the side of his pants there. He's just got his blue jump pants, which I remember him wearing those quite a bit. I remember the black jumpsuit a little bit more, but yeah, definitely cool. I love those guitars painted on the side. And then, of course, across his butt, he has something painted. It says Memphis, and it has musical tones around it, which is very, very nice. I remember the Shake, Rattle, and Roll one a lot. That is his signature move, of course. Definitely very cool, and he's got the little wristbands. I'm liking that going on there. But yeah, really well done with the paint. Looking at the feet of the figure, the boots really well sculpted. I like that. Very nice white. We get the guitars that continue down. The laces look really nice, like all the wrinkles, and I love the musical notes on his knee pads. I think that just looks really nice, and all the paint apps on this figure came out beautiful. Definitely nice. I might have wanted a little bit more paint apps on the boots, but it is what it is. For comparison, here we have the Honky Tonk Man with Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. And he's a lot shorter than these guys. I think the scale with Andre the Giant is about right. Honky Tonk Man was kind of a short guy, but I don't think he was quite that short. I think he should be a little bit taller in comparison to Hulk Hogan there. I mean, he's at the Hogan's shoulders, for goodness sake, just about. And I think he should probably be maybe about that tall. So he's about, I don't know, a quarter, maybe a half inch shorter than what he should be, I think. But it is what it is. And of course, what is Honky Tonk Man without his Intercontinental Championship belt? And just kind of a close-up on this. Very, very cool. I mean, that looks awesome. Love the blue painted on there, the gold. Everything looks really, really cool. It's got the little adjustment so you can put it on various figures. Very cool stuff. Definitely digging that. I'm not sure which figure this actually came with initially. I'm sure it was from an Elite Series figure, but we're gonna put it on a little Honky Tonk Man here. Maybe if I could get this wrapped around. Come on, buddy. Be a champion. There we go. There we are. And here we have the Honky Tonk Man with his Intercontinental Championship belt. Yeah, I mean, that definitely looks pretty cool. I am digging it. I don't know if I'm going to have him wear it like that, because I don't ever remember him wearing it too often. Even when he came out, he didn't really wear it. He did, however, hold it a lot. I remember him holding it. I'm going to put this in his hand. You can have him hold it as such, which is definitely very, very cool. I am digging that. And let's see if we can get him holding it aloft. All championships. And the one hand's got this nice little grippy hand, which is nice. I think most wrestlers have that. And then you got this other one, which he's just going to have to kind of hold it. Let's see if we can fandangle this here. There we go. And yeah, let's adjust the camera a little so we can see it. Come on, there we are. That is awesome. That's probably going to be the way I display the Honky Tonk Man up on the shelf. I am digging that. Or I'll have him kind of hold it off on his shoulder there. Definitely very cool. So is the Honky Tonk Man a figure that you want in your wrestling collection? Why, yes, he is. Especially if you're a classic 80s wrestlers fan like me. This is definitely somebody you got to get. He was one of the funnest bad guys slash good guys. I mean, he kind of bounced the fence, but I always remember him a little bit more of one of the bad guys in the 80s. He was always entertaining. I always liked him. My family had a Southern heritage, so I think I kind of gravitated towards him a little bit. Always amusing, always fun to watch, and I just love how, you know, he is the self-proclaimed greatest Intercontinental champion out there, and was at 460 some odd, about a year and some days he held the belt, which I guess no other wrestler has done. Which is pretty fun. There is an elite version of this figure out there that comes in a red jumpsuit, which looks pretty cool. Personally, I think I'd rather have a black jumpsuit with him. This figure was only $10 because it's a basic figure, and it's definitely worth the $10. It is a little short. I think the Elite one might be a little taller. I don't know, but this is pretty decent. If you're not a huge Honky Tonk fan, but you do want some 80s wrestlers, this is a nice cheap one to add in there. The sculpt's good. It's got pretty decent articulation for what it is, and the paint apps are really, really nice. He obviously doesn't come with this belt, but I had to have it with the Honky Tonk Man. So you can actually get a lot of these belts really cheap off of eBay. People sell them individually. I've seen some really nice 3-packs going for like 15 to 20 bucks. This belt in there with them as well. Just kind of poke around and see what you can find. Really cool to have some different belts for the wrestlers, I think, up on the shelf. It's the Honky Tonk Man. He's got to have his Intercontinental belt. The only other thing that he's missing for me, really, would be the guitar. I may see if I can find a small scale guitar for him. He does have a hand that has an open bit. Obviously, he's gripping the belt, and so I may have one of those dig around on eBay or something. I don't know. But there he is, from the WWE Series, Basic Series, the Honky Tonk Man.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And as always, look for more videos in the future.